Hey y'all, what's up? Thanks for joining me this evening for another episode of Death of the Asia. We're going to be discussing whether or not men hate on women. I was having a conversation with my special guest tonight, Damn ShaSha, and I was actually talking about how men seem to have an innate hate for women, just not liking them for maybe they have mother issues or something like that. And he told me that sometimes men actually just hate on women, like they're just jealous of women. And he broke down reasons why. So I'm gonna bring him on, and he's gonna get into the reasons why men actually hate on women. Hey, Shasha.
Hey, what's going on? I appreciate you for having me on here. What up, everybody?
Oh, no problem. I think you're breaking up a little bit.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All
It's
right, I
just you
said
breaking up a little bit.
right now still.
Yeah, you good now.
All right. So yeah, yeah, that's we was having this conversation. What was he having this like 2 days ago? It's facts. I
Uh-huh.
I give you a perfect example. My example, like the most recent one, men been hating on women for a long time is because like it's just like when a woman want to get something, especially like when it comes from the opposite sex, they can get it more easy than we can. So it's like a dude can't fuck any girl he want, right?
Right.
But a woman can pretty much have any man she wants. So that's why when a woman is like um free, you hear she gonna be called the hoe, she a hoe, she a hoe. And usually that's from guys that couldn't get nothing from her. Like the guy that's getting something from her, they getting uh the guys that's getting pussy, man. I ain't hating on no females.
Right.
It be the cats really not getting no pussy, not getting no action. Be the ones hating, or they just flat out jealous of the stature of that woman and them as a man can't even reach that status.
So do
So
you feel like men hate on women because I remember you said something about the thing that is most important to men versus what's most important to women. Like you
uh,
said, the main thing that is important to men in trying to get in life is money.
mhm,
And so women main thing is trying to get security, right? And so I
right.
remember you mentioning that a lot of men hate on women because women are able to get money easier and don't have to put as much work a lot of times. They could actually, do a OnlyFans or something like that and generate a better cash flow than a man could. Like a man could get on there too, but he ain't gonna probably make the certain amount of money that a woman does unless he just some type of big time influential celebrity or something like that. Or otherwise he won't even make the same amount of money on something like OnlyFans. Do you think that has something to do with it, though? Different ways that women are able to generate income by just using their looks sometimes, whereas a man can't do that, or he can, but not on the same level that a woman does it.
Absolutely, that's 100%. Like it's different. Like it's different aspects of it. Like that's just one. I mean, it's different reasons. That's one reason. Like it's like a woman, if she wants somebody, if she's mildly attracted, she can go strip. A man can't just go to the strip club, strip and make money. So he's jealous that she can do that like that. And basically, he's gonna to undermine her. He's gonna call her a hoe. He's gonna talk down on her instead of saying, "Damn, how can she teach me the game? How I can get involved with that?" Because what comes into play? An ego. You don't want to ask a woman to help
Mm-hmm.
you as a man to make money when you're supposed to have money. So the ego get involved, and it's just a lack of skill. If the woman is skilled, like I'll give you an example. Shakari, if I'm saying her
Mm-hmm.
name right. A lot of cats is mad at her, criticizing her looks instead of, and this was before the weed issue. So mind you, and they was criticizing the way she looked. I'm like, when this girl is the fastest girl, she fresh out the cliff, she young. Y'all should be congratulating this sister. Y'all should be like, good shit. It don't matter how you look. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that's because they got cut from the football team when they was in the 8th grade. and they can't believe that this and that can be just you versus the young period, but she happens to be a woman, so it's women her age hating too. So it's like it's old niggas old enough to be her daddy to women her age. I mean to men her age hating on her. And that's just because like she in a position they not in as a woman. She got more power, more money, more clout than a lot of dudes. And a lot of dudes just can't take that. Like they jealous of the attention women get. Like they really want that attention, but they not getting it. Like so they gonna call the woman a hoe. They gonna do all this to undermine the woman. And then when the woman is like, okay, I'm a hoe, then the man try to find a way to make you feel bad about owning the shit. So
Right. Why they already called you that, and now when you own it, it's a
yeah,
problem as well. Now I'm gonna make you feel bad from owning it and taking your power back.
yeah.
Do you do you think about reasons as to why men would even begin to hate on women? Like what's kind of going on with them for them to actually hate on a woman? Do you think that's just all ego driven?
Yeah, I mean it come from and it's not always mama issues. Like some people got a good relationship with their mom. People is quick to go to daddy issues and mama issues. Like I give you a perfect example. Some men had a perfect relationship with their mom and still hating on women. Some women had a perfect relationship with their dad, they still promiscuous. It don't matter. It come from basically just misogyny that's been like taught since like you was a kid. And if like you don't check that shit, you finna be like you gotta check like your jealousy and be like, damn, why am I hating on a woman? Like why? And you gotta like, it's hard for people to look in the mirror and say that. And like, damn, you know what? I need to stop. So it's come from just like learned behavior, like misogyny, like in, just like if you at the park playing against a girl in a sport and she beats you, oh, you got beat by a girl. Instead of just saying, hey man, look, good game. You did that, shorty. Shit. You better than me.
Right.
Shit.
So you think, okay, so that kind of, for me, it's like, okay, you have misogyny in play, and then you have patriarchy as well, and all of
Absolutely.
that is under the same umbrella. Because
Mhm.
from what I'm hearing, it seems as though because they already feel like it's in sports or anything. If a woman is successful in doing her thing, it's not so much as they intimidated by it, but they feel some type of way about themselves because like femininity, women are looked at as lesser and weaker in this patriotic society anyway. And to see women excelling and doing it effortlessly, and then men knowing that they have to do what they got to do in order to succeed a different kind of way. Like they don't have the luxury of just using their looks or anything like that to their advantage.
Right.
Do you feel like that's something that plays a part in it too? Just the fact that they already go in looking at a woman as a lesser being or someone who's weak, and for them to even judge themselves based on her success. Like if they playing sports against a woman, why is it a thing where it's like, oh, you got beat by a girl? Like, why is it just you got beat? Y'all both playing the same sport. If we out here in life, basically in life, we're both playing the same sport, right? And if
Yep.
I just so happens to beat you, it ain't, oh, you got beat by a girl. It's just you just got beat. Why it has to be gender specific. But that's what people do though.
Yeah, that exactly what you said. It's almost women and men is I think you got dynamics like that versus each other. I think the most common dynamics would be race, which is black and white, gender, which is male and female, rich and poor, and then old and young. I think them are like the most dynamics with the most tension. And then you could throw class in there too, but that's kind of like rich or poor. But it's like just like white people had all these advantages when a nigga excel, when a black person excel, past them with less, they hate on that. Like
Mm.
white people hate on black people so much. It's like the same thing men do with women. It's like they hate so much because they had all this. And I'm talking about this specific situation. where you said
They didn't
they had
expect,
less.
like you was an
Yeah,
exception. They didn't expect that, and now
yeah,
since you excel past them, now they looking at themselves like I
yeah.
must
They
not
can't believe
really
it.
be what I thought I was. If this person that I thought less of was able to come back, come up and surpass me.
Yeah, because it's like, man, I dragged you down. I did all this, and you still smiling. You still more successful. I can't bring you down. It's like,
Hmm.
it's like, damn, I'm trying all this, and I can't fucking stop you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm gonna hate on that. You know, so
Yeah.
like the dudes really mad at OnlyFans ain't getting no ass out here.
Yeah, but let me ask you this: being that we are each other counterparts, it would seem to me that men will be more prone to try to empower women instead of trying to bring them down. I guess that goes back to the ego too. You know, if you weaken, if you feel like, if you want to feel some type of way about yourself and you weaken your counterparts, that keeps you with some sense of superiority.
Yeah, and then and the weird thing, but some do it, some out here that's representing, man. But the weird thing about OnlyFans and like anything that involves lust of the woman's body is the man is the main consumer of it. It's made basically to take money from the men. So it's
Right.
like, how y'all hating on this one? Your group of people is the one like the reason this shit is successful anyway.
Yeah. It's like
Like
that your demographic is the reason why it's successful, but
yeah,
also you mad at them for being on there and becoming successful. That's just like when men talk about women and they down women for being a stripper. But I don't know too many men that don't like going to the strip club.
who at the strip club? I only see. I give you an example. I went to the strip. I walked to the strip club the other day, maybe 2 weeks ago. You know how black folks say the other day when it can be last year.
Mm-hmm.
But the people in the audience, as in consumers, 95% of them were dudes. Now the
Mm-hmm.
dancers, all of them were women. The only women that was not strippers was either bartenders or it looked like friends of the strippers. So, but
Mm-hmm.
the rest of the group was men. And so it's like you can't hate on that. It's like because at the end of the day, bro, it don't matter. A woman gonna do what she want to do, whether you. So it's like you can't get mad because this the path she chose. Either support her or shut your bitch ass up. You
So
know.
you don't feel like it's a thing because I know what brought on the conversation where we was talking about how when men and women interact with each other on social media and how you
Mhm.
have a lot of men that argue back and forth with women. And I used to just assume that it was just an innate hate, like they just hate women. Well, all at the same time, they're just like jealous of women. And you were speaking on too about how you wouldn't necessarily go back and forth with a woman. You would correct a woman, but you wouldn't go back and forth with a woman. And a lot of men be upset with a woman just being able to express and get things off her chest as well.
Yeah, I mean it's like in every aspect. It can be from it can be women's confidence, and then you don't got the confidence. You like that's a big part too. It's like, man, I ain't got the confidence like her. I'm a man. She a woman with more confidence than me. I'm a man. She's smarter than me as a man. It goes back to that like how you supposed to be the lead. But my thing is, it's like you can still learn from that. Like just because like a woman outsmarts you in one aspect, don't mean like she's smarter than you overall or that you dumb. And even if she is smarter overall, that's okay, bro. Like I'm sure it's a woman out here. I feel like you smarter than me.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like because like you give me a different perspective. So like I'm not gonna hate on that. I'm gonna like I'll be hollering at you like, hey, what's up? You know, and getting like game from you.
Yeah, because I think what a lot of men fail to realize is that, just naturally a lot of women are wise and intuitive and things like that. And it's important for us to both listen to each other and understand our strengths and weaknesses, and so that we can balance each other out. Because
Yeah.
there's things that maybe I might have an ideal or a thought, but then I also need a man because the way that men think is more linear. is more logical a lot of times when making certain decisions and plans and things like that. So I might have these brilliant ideas, and I might run it past a man. Not to say that I can't organize and strategize and do this all myself. I could try and be, all independent and do it all myself, but it'll be much easier if I run it past somebody who already have this type of organized way of thinking, where I could say, hey, ShaSha, like, what you think about this? And you're able to like tell me, hey, you should do this, like this, that, and the third. But I'm giving you all the wild ideas, but men are able to a lot of times put everything in an order. Whereas women, we gonna look into like the particulars. We're gonna be worrying, like we'll look into the details, like some of the things that you guys miss, where else it might seem like I'm smarter than you. But the only thing is that I'm looking at things a little past just your own way of thinking, and it's not necessarily like I think you're brilliant, I think you're intelligent, but the only difference is just the way that our mind thinks and we process information, and we need each other for different things. So where else you probably got this plan and you probably have this vision and you know what it is that you want to do or whatever the case may be, but you might not know the particulars. So now you're gonna ask a woman because that's the thing that we're good at.
Right.
And
That's
so
what they should
now,
never.
because we done help you put that plan together, it's gonna be like, oh my God, she's so this, and because she put that in the same way when we come to y'all, like, okay, he made it make sense to me. Because like if I'm going through something in life, honestly, I don't really go to women. I don't go to women because it's like my thoughts are already all over the place. I'm already scatterbrained as it is. So I'm gonna go to some place where I can get this straightened out for me, because a lot of people, they like to go through things and they just want attention. They just want to vent. I want it fixed. And I know if I go to a man, he gonna tell me how to fix it. He probably ain't gonna call to my emotions. If I need somebody to call to my emotions and just agree with me and make me feel good about my stupidity, a lot of times the reason why I'm in the situation anyway, then at that point, yeah, I might go to a woman because I'm just needing a yes man. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's no reason for men and women to be hating on each other. One feeling like we don't need each other. One is better at being in this fake competition with each other, because we both need each other for different reasons to balance each other out. And I feel like it's okay for men to allow women to get things off their chest. That's like what you were saying about the comments. You had told me, when it's a woman venting about a man. You remember you was talking about women, they might vent on them about a man, talking about a man ain't shit or something like that. And you was like, I see it and I don't think nothing of it because she not talking about me.
Right. She's just getting it off her chest. But the nigga
Mm-hmm.
that's guilty of that, or that feel like women shouldn't be talking about that like that, is gonna feel away, because it's like they feel like they attacked, and that's what niggas need to stop feeling like their manhood and their ego is attacked just because a woman is in power. That's enough room for both of us, fool. You know what I'm saying? And sure, niggas can rebuttal, but women do this too. But come on, like it started like the man is the lead, he's the head, so he's like we gotta set a better example. Like we can, like somebody gotta stop going tit for tat. Like if men got their shit together, women won't have nothing to complain about. It'll be a small group, but it'll be a small percentage of just girls that ain't shit, but for the most part, women would have no complaint. Like, but it's like everybody want to go tit for tat when it's like men just stand up, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and by doing that, it's like when you see a Shakiri, man, inbox her and be like, go off, sis, do your shit. Like, start checking
Support
any.
her.
Yes, that's why any nigga who said something negative about her, I checked them. I went to the comment and make sure I checked them. I said, bro, why you doing that when she just won? Like, what's up with you, bro? You know what I'm saying? Or one dude posted. I said, if you need attention, bro, just say that. Like, because
Mm-hmm.
you going off on the way she looked when Shorty just made a record. Like,
Right.
my thing is, and look, I put it like this: if she was natural, they would have found a way to hate on her fro.
That
And
you
she,
remember they did
yeah,
they've done a couple of people like that that was
yeah,
natural. I think
Gabby Douglas.
Gabby girl, yeah.
Yeah, they always find a way. I mean, black women, it's like they can't even blink without a nigga look at the way she blinking. She look at her over there blinking like she crazy.
Hmm.
Can't do nothing. And so it's like if women want to do that to each other, hey, that's y'all thing. But it's like as dudes, we don't need to be doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like we need to always uplift and correct when we need to. But it's like uh, it's almost like niggas was happy when she started smoking that weed. Like, you know, it's like because whatever stereotype they had of her being ghetto or being this, they're like, oh, I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah,
Yeah, look at her.
yeah.
Yeah,
They
she
felt
dumbass.
vindicated in
She
it.
dumb. Yeah,
Yeah. And I
she
think
dumb.
it's
She did.
okay for us to, and this is another show that I'm going to have, and it's going to be speaking on um men being able to have an opinion on women's looks. I'm gonna get into that. There's gonna be people ain't gonna be they gonna want to tune in to this one because it's gonna be some things I'm gonna speak on that a lot of people probably gonna be like, damn, it's gonna change some perspectives on that. But with that being said, I feel like it's okay to discuss things and discuss each other if we're looking at it with an open mind and we're being objective about it and we're not placing like any judgment or anything. But in that particular situation, what was going on with old girl, it actually felt like innate hate. Seriously, but you made it make sense to me and be like, it's just hate, period. Just her athleticism, her success, even the fact that people feel like, with her having the aesthetic that she has, she's not the typical girl to be successful and do the things that she's
Right.
doing and
And
everything.
she's from the
But
fucking hood, and y'all
yeah, and
niggas
the
can't
thing
make it
is,
out the hood.
exactly. And see, my thing is this these the same type of she's the same roundaway girl that we all grew up with. We all live in the same
We
neighborhood
all
with.
grew up with a Shakiri, bro. Like
Yeah,
it was 1,000 Shakiris at Lancaster High School, bro. Like,
exactly. So it's like, why is you acting like this is like so odd to you to see this and this? So now I feel like you're looking at her through Eurocentric lens
yeah, they want a
at
girl
this
to
point because this your sister.
look like Alicia Keys out there to be running.
Yeah, exactly, and it wouldn't have been
Or
a
a
problem.
Steph Curry wife.
Hmm.
They want her out there running. But
And
again,
actually, it's a girl. It's this lighter complected girl that wear her lashes. I don't know her name, but she play basketball. She's real cute, but she look hood to me. She they been posting her picture. She look hood, but I think because she's fair skinned, she's not viewed a certain type of way, and
oh yeah,
everybody just love her. But she look
yeah,
hood. She look hood too.
yeah. I just forgot her name, but I'll
You know
remind
who
you.
I'm talking about?
Yeah, she cold. She fine.
Yeah, but she hood though. And
Yeah,
then there was other girls that I seen and she hood, but it's like now you see this darker complected girl. She tatted up. She got her different color hair or whatever. And now you trying to act like she a minstrel show when she more successful than the people who talking down on her. But you know what? I want to circle back and talk about what you were saying about men being leaders and, you know, saying things when women voice their opinions on certain things and they be like, well, women do it too. Um, I feel like as a man, you actually make yourself look weak if you talking about I'm doing something because women do it too. If you feel like a woman is lesser than and you supposed to be the man, you supposed to be the superior being, you supposed to be the leader or whatever, and you're talking about you're basing your actions or you're coming out your mouth and you're saying certain things because women do it too, and you're acting based on that, for the lack of a better word, you acting like a bitch.
yeah. It's just like when it reminded me of me and my little brother when we was young. I got about 2.5 years on him. We would be fighting, and then I'll say, "Well, he did this to me," and my mom would say, "Who's older?"
Right.
Hey, who's supposed to be leading? I'm like, well, me. And she be like, then why should you do that? I'm like, cause and she'll be like, you supposed to know what to do in that. Don't like you stupid to his. It's not like he's below me, but I'm more in a leadership role in a leadership position than he is, because what he
So you
feels
should know
matters
way
well.
better.
Yeah, but that's why I will always get in. We would both get in trouble, and I'm like, I didn't do nothing. I responded, but it's like my response is like make me. It's like I should have knew better than that.
Yeah, and your response should have been some type of way to resolve the issue instead of
Yeah,
escalating the issue.
yeah,
And that's
because
a lot of times we see a lot of times. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something that I was talking to somebody having this conversation. I don't know if it was you or another one of my guy friends, but I was having this conversation about how dangerous social media is, and it has a negative impact on how men and women should naturally interact with each other.
don't be
It's
confusing
kind of
it.
like women have been able to go inside. Social media allows women inside the boys club, inside the barbershop. Social media allows men inside of the nail shop, the salon. Those conversations that we will have amongst each other, like even if you at a family gathering or something, have you noticed a lot of times if you're out in a large event, eventually like a group of men will kind of like go off to themselves so they could be, so boys can be boys, and then women will kind of go off to themselves, and it's
And then
conversations that men
and
will
then
have.
kids that go off with kids.
Kids go off to
Yeah.
themselves, and it was conversations that men will have at a barbershop that they not about to have anywhere else. The same way we'll have conversations at the salon with our girls, we get our hair done. We talk about all the stuff men don't know that we do. You know what I'm saying? They like, if a man was sitting up there, then he'll be like, whip, damn, you know. In the same way, I learned this when I used to get my hair cut. When I used to get my hair cut, I was at the barbershop. And even though I grew up, you know, I tell people all the time, I was raised by men, I lived with women. I was around men all the time. And but because they had respect for me and they loved me, they still treated me a certain type of way. They girded their tongue when they was around me. It was still a respect where I never was treated like a little boy or anything. I was still treated delicate. I was still treated like precious, like a little girl. You know, I wasn't treated all rough or anything like that, but I was just, you know, like one of the cool girls. I could be around them, but that was it, you know. But if I went around, they'll stop cursing and stuff like that, right? But when I went to the barbershop and I used to get my hair cut, and I would sit there and I would listen to them talk, and they'll kind of, at first they will be hesitant on what they gonna say because they notice it's a woman in the room,
Right.
so I can't say things a certain type of way because I need to respect this lady, right? After a while, I started coming so much, they got so comfortable with me being there, and I just like was a fly on the wall, and I just sit there and I wouldn't say nothing. I get my hair cut, and sometimes they'll be so far into the conversation, Madame Barbara stopped cutting my hair, talking and gossiping. That's the first time I saw like men actually gossip like women.
Yeah.
He'll stop talking, gossip.
Yeah.
Oh
That,
man, such
that
such
was
such.
hilarious. That was hilarious.
Yeah, so I did not know
Men
men
gossip.
did that, right? But I'm in that man space, so I'm like, they talking about what went on and who messing with who and everything. But I
Yeah.
realized, I was like, I don't feel like they not telling me I shouldn't be here, but I feel like I don't need to be here because like I'm in their space and they're not. They were trying to be cautious of me, and so they weren't able to express themselves as men. So I think what ended up happening is, and that's just the same way, like the things that you guys might see us vent our frustration on social media or whatever the case may be, we don't do that in real life around men. You don't hear women saying I don't hear men acting the same way they act online. It's just now social media has opened it up where women are now having those barbershop being in the barbershop, and men are now in a salon. And so now
That's a good
you
point.
find men and women jumping into each other conversation. And like you said, it don't have nothing to do with me. These are girls talking. So if a girl's talking, why as a man you jumping into it? If men are talking, why as a woman you're jumping into it when a man is venting, you know, his frustrations and things that he go through as a man? If it doesn't pertain to you and the shoe doesn't fit, then go on about your business. You know what I'm saying? Or and then I feel like it's not a good idea to insert yourself and try to make it seem like everybody is not the same. You know how people will be like, well, you talking, they feel triggered because
Yeah.
they talking about women. And so now you have some type of advocate that want to jump in the comments and be like, all women not like that. Like if the woman he talking about is though.
Yeah. If it don't
You know
apply,
what
let the
I'm
shit fly. You know.
saying?
And I did that yesterday. You know, and I was acting from a logical standpoint, but I realized, you know, this woman was more so venting, and she went off, and she replied to me, went off. And instead of getting mad at her, you know, I just said, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I'm gonna take my ass up out of here. And you know, and then I unfriended her, whatever, because she went real hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then she even tried to call me feminine and all this stuff for defriending her. I didn't bite the bait. I just was like, okay. You know, I'm like,
Feminine for befriending her.
yeah, I had no for unfriending her. I had no business commenting on the shit. That's what I realized. I said, because I was coming from a what about this though perspective, but I realized she's an emotional standpoint, and I forget, like, okay, I see why it's this miscommunication, because she's coming from an emotional level. I'm coming from a what about this though?
You trying to
Did you
get her to
consider?
look at things objectively when she's just self-absorbed right now. She ain't
Yeah,
trying to
so
hear
that
this.
that, that
Yeah.
was that was no place for me. That was for the girls on her timeline to agree with her. The niggas need to get the fuck off. So straight up.
Yeah, that's true.
Straight
But you
up.
know what? I'm gonna tell you something that is crazy that I experienced. And when I got my, was it the, no, it wasn't the car I got now, because that car I had a before then. I had a, so this is what happened. I had like a little hoopty.
Mhm.
I had a little hoopty at one point, and then I had got this car. You remember the Lincoln LSs?
Mhm.
So
Vaguely.
I had got this car, the Lincoln LS. So before I had got the Lincoln LS, let me tell you this what it was. I used to date this guy, and he was the type of guy that was really big on brand. He loved Beamers. His favorite cars were BMWs and Audis. That was his favorite cars. But he had an Audi and a Maximum. Those was the two cars that he had. But his favorite cars is a BMW and a Audi, right?
Mhm.
So I like trucks. So he used to tell me, because I'm a woman and I like trucks, that's not classy. I need to like a Beamer. I need to like a Audi, a Lexus. I was like, I like Tahoe. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a big truck driver, you know?
What they got to
So
do with
anyway,
anything?
so anyway, um, so he had this thing where he was trying to get him a Beamer, because he already had an Audi and he had a Maximum, but he wanted to get a Beamer. I had a little hoopty at the time. I forget what type of car I had at the time. It was maybe like I don't know what I had. It was a hoopty though. You know what I'm saying? So something had transpired. My hoopty, it died on me. Oh, it was a Toyota Corolla. It was a Toyota Corolla. That's what it was. I had a Toyota Corolla, and the Toyota Corolla stopped on me on 183, and I was just like, I ain't gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna give me another car. I ain't trying to get it towed, fixed, or nothing. I just took my stuff out of that car, left it there on the side of the road. I don't know where that car is now. I just left it because I'm like, I'm just gonna give me another car because it's time. So anyway, I ended up getting a Lincoln LS, which is that was a nice luxury car back then. You know what I'm saying? So I get a Lincoln LS, and he felt some type of way. You could tell he was jealous that I upgraded and got a nice car. And this was the man that I was in a relationship with. And when I got that car, he was just like, oh, he hit me with, I thought you just like trucks. I thought you didn't like cars. That's nice. So that's nice. But you tried to make it seem like you just like trucks. And he was really jealous instead of being like, happy for me, like, oh, babe, that's good. You got the car and all this
Yeah.
whole kind of
See,
stuff. He was
I would have like,
he didn't even want to ride in my car.
I would have like, see, I told your ass to get that damn Lincoln. You like that motherfucker, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would have said.
He didn't even want to ride in my car. Like when we went somewhere, it was crazy because he would ride with me in the Toyota Corolla. He'll get in there and tell me about how I need to be doing this and I need to. Now, granted, I feel like if you felt some type of way and you felt like, my car, it was like he didn't even try and upgrade my car, help me upgrade my car or anything like that. But he'd be talking about you need another car and all this. But when I actually got me another car and did it on my own, he felt some type of way.
Yeah,
And it was like he was getting a kick out of having something negative to say and me kind of like being below it where he felt like he had more than me and he could pull up and stun on me even though I was his woman. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, oh yeah. And that happens a lot. Men is jealous of their woman.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, you look at the Steph Curry and his wife situation, it's a lot of shit on the flip side. Like she was jealous of the attention he was getting. But it's a lot of the opposite going on. I think the opposite happens more. Steph Curry is a famous nigga that plays basketball. She's not as famous. She don't play basketball. So that's why that's like an anomaly. But if you take a regular dude and a regular woman and that woman is killed or whatever, and that dude, he may not get that attention. He may start feeling away. That's why if you notice, people kind of date who's on that level. So like you got that dude that get attention, that woman they kind of mess with each other because they kind of know how that go, and they're like, we only see each other, we're not worried about that. Because what happens is you get these dudes who don't get that much attention, they woman get all this attention, and they get insecure about it, and
they're not equally yoked.
Yeah, it comes from it's just like, damn, I don't get that much attention, but you do. Mm-hmm. So now it was like you feel like the woman got a leg up on you now, even though she like. Love your stupid ass, but you still feel like a woman got a leg up. And a lot of dudes don't want a woman to feel like they got a leg up on them in any way. They can't stand it. And that's basically where the jealousy stems from. It stems from a lot of things, but it comes in a lot of aspects. You see it at school. You know what I'm saying? Who she thinks she is. You see it at school, you see it at work, you see it on Facebook, you see it there everywhere, Yeah,
and it's like I can understand, even though I'm not a hater at all, I can understand why like a man that's trying to do the same thing that another man is trying to do could possibly hate on another man. But it's like hating on a woman, it's just so weird. I actually had a situation where it was someone that was doing something that they were successful at, and this person was doing something that they were successful at doing, and it has nothing to do with anything that I aspire to do in life as well. And it was told like this person actually felt like I was hating on them. I'm not aspiring to even be what you're trying to be. So why would I even hate on you? I ain't gonna hate on you anyway if we are even aspiring to do the same thing, because regardless of what, we have our own path to getting to where we need to be. I feel like there is no coincidences in life, and I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be right now for a real reason, because everything lined up in perfect order once you actually start looking at the decisions that you made prior to where you're at right now. Whether you're at some place where you don't even feel like you happy about it. You don't necessarily got to be happy about it, but you're where you're supposed to be based on prior decisions that you've made. So I'm where I'm supposed to be because of prior decisions. Now,
Fact.
if I am I where I want to be? No, but I'm where I'm supposed to be because the decisions led up to that.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
you're where for you're where you deserve to be at based on your choice. Like
Based on the choices that I made, right?
you're
So I'm where I'm supposed to be. So why can I hate on you? How can I hate on you or whatever? And so that's the thing where I don't understand, like how men can hate on women that they're doing something that you don't even aspire to do.
right.
Most of the times, it's not something like that's just like me. I'm doing podcasting or whatever, which I wouldn't hate on another person who do podcasting. If you do it better than me, I'm be trying to ask you, like, hey, how you do this or
Yeah, how
how you
you
do
do
that?
it?
We could share information.
Right.
But if it's a thing where this person does hair and she make over 6 figures a year doing hair, how can I hate on her and I don't know how to even? This the most I can do is put this little ball on top of my head. Why would I hate on somebody who does hair and I don't even know how to do
But
hair?
you know why that is? Because a lot of us, I put it like this. I'm gonna break down just jealousy, period. I'm gonna break down like men versus women jealousy. It's basically like because somebody made something happen in their life, and they was like, I'll give you an example. Brother Sharp, my guy, he's successful. He got his business. Niggas always come to me with some criticism for him. I say, go tell him, don't tell me. But
Mm-hmm.
they come up with criticism for, oh, he should do this, he should do that, because that's really like some low key hating shit, because they ain't never lived out their dreams and they watching him do it. So they like, if I can criticize him or find a flaw in it, it'll make me feel better because now I got an upper hand.
Yeah, because you sitting up here being a critic, and the thing I experienced that, and that's the reason why I said, you know what, I don't take advice for people who are not even doing what it is that I'm doing or even know how to do it. I'm pretty sure with Brother Shout, it's a whole lot of people who come to you that give critique on him who don't even do half of the things that he don't even know how to start doing what it is that he's doing. Matter of
Yeah,
fact, but
that's why
yet
I
now
say
they're observing and they got all these opinions on what it is that he's
that why
doing.
when I say go tell him that, or did you tell him that, they can never look me in my eye and give me a straight answer because they know it's not coming from a genuine
Yeah,
place.
because if they were coming from a genuine place, for instance,
And I go back and tell him, and he just kind of like, oh well, like because I gotta keep it real. Like I'm not finna like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna let nobody. I'm gonna be like, hey, I talked, that what's the name? Talk to you? Did he tell you? No, he ain't. Damn, he said he told you that. So
yeah,
he was just talking to me. So he wasn't trying to really be genuine, because if you was trying to be genuine, you would have went to that man and talked to him like, hey, bro, I like what you're doing. You should try this. You wouldn't come to his homeboy or a random nigga and tell me what he need to be doing.
exactly.
So low key, you trying to vent to me, and that's my boy. So it's like you talking to the wrong nigga, dude.
Yeah. My thing
And
is
he know niggas be hating.
exactly, and you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm finna put the cheese on the crackers with this one.
Watch out,
Say
Facebook might not let you say crack.
not like it's a saying that you not doing.
They don't give.
They don't care. Them folks gonna talk about, man, you got 30 days, 30 days, 30 days. He got me like 30 days, 30 days.
Mark
Listen,
C, you was a bitch.
they better listen. They better quit playing with. They better quit playing with me. Cause after this, man, listen, I don't know what to tell them. But look, if you don't know how to do what a person doing, but if you a consumer supporter or some things, they're just like the shirts I sell. The shirts I sell, if y'all want one, you can't whoop me or a dry bitch can never. You know what I'm saying? The shirts I sell are certain shirts with sayings that people who have certain jobs and things like that, they're not going to wear that shirt. They're not gonna walk around. They probably can't fight. Everybody can't walk around with a shirt that say you can't whoop me.
Right.
A dry bitch can't walk around with a shirt saying a dry bitch could never, cause she a dry bitch, right?
Like I can't walk
So,
around. I can't walk around with a shirt that say big. I'm a big tall nigga. You see
yeah,
what
cause you
I'm not a
a
big.
big tall nigga. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So this the people who might have some criticism, they might not be my targeted audience at all, and they might not, support me in a way that I feel like I would like to be supported, but they're not my targeted audience. So I have to keep that in mind, right? So my thing is I would listen to somebody if they are actually being genuine, or if it's something where I know you're not my targeted audience and you just can't support me. So in his particular situation, it's like I know what he does. He has his own business or store that you can walk into, that you can find a product that fits you and your lifestyle or whatever the case may be, right? So in that case, if you walking into any establishment and you have some criticism about what it is that they're doing, if you really do have an issue with it and you really want to see them win, what you're going to do, especially on the level that he's at now, he is reachable. You can approach him, you can inbox him. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry about that.
You would hit him up and be like, hey, listen, I know, I see you doing your thing, young man, or whatever. I want you to keep on winning. Here is something that I realized, and this will probably help you improve. But if it's a thing where you ain't even came to him, but you coming to somebody else, you just criticizing to be criticizing, and you don't mean that person no good. You're not genuine. Like I've had people to come to me and tell me what I should be doing with what I'm doing, and they have actually came to me and told me what I should be doing, but you don't support what it is that I'm doing, so why should I listen to you? And then you're going to tell me, in order for you to support me, I need to change my formula up for your one ass. You expect for me to change my formula up to satisfy you when people are already pouring into me. And that's another thing. Like if you trying to get somebody to cater to you as well, that's not going to work either. And a lot of people do that. But in this particular case where these people are coming and they're not actually saying anything to him, and I'm pretty sure he'll be receptive to it. If somebody came to him and been like, look, I could see where some improvements could be made right here, go ahead and do it. I had a particular
That's
situation.
why he. That's why he really. That's why I'm like one of his people for that, because he know like. Shaw always call me and say, "Man, how you feel about this? Because I know you're gonna keep it a 1,000."
Yeah,
And he leans on me for that because he know like I'm genuine with what I say.
that's that Sagittarius shit. That's how I am. Like that's just like, even if I know, if I came to you and I was on bullshit, you gonna tell me. If you come to me and you on bullshit, I'm gonna tell you. Like I'm not gonna just be like you rap, you produce, and if you come to me and you like want me to listen to one of your beats or something, and you be like, how you feel about that? That's all right. But it been times where I don't know if it was you or Keenan or somebody else, y'all done came to me with something and I was like, this could be a little better over here, but it's nice, but you can improve it.
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
was
just gonna blow smoke up your ass.
yeah, that's what's needed. That's what's
Yeah.
needed. Just like that boy in the group who was hating on Akatunde today. I said, "Oh Lord."
Oh, Shaheed Mender, yeah, that was
Yeah,
crazy. Which he
yeah,
don't even know how to even do. He don't even know what it takes for him to be him. See, a lot of people don't even know what it takes. They don't even have the tenacity in order to put themselves. Don't you know when you have a gift and you have a skill, you have a talent? Don't you know how much it takes to not only have that talent but put it out to the world and know that you're gonna receive some type of criticism slash backlash? A lot
yeah,
of people don't even have the heart. That's the reason why a lot of people ain't shit right now, and ain't doing nothing with their life because they have the talent, but they don't have the heart to even, they so scared to put it out there
Yeah.
into the world and deal with the criticism and deal with the backlash. But you mean to tell me that you don't have half the talent, half of the know-how, but you can sit back behind on your computer in your ugly ass wallabies and them socks that don't go with shit, and you finna tell this man how a wolf gonna be a wolf? Like, what the
And
hell is wrong with you? Like,
did you
you is
see
doing
what
way
you
too
seen
much.
my
I don't want to
comment?
get this for funny
You
looking ass too much attention.
Yeah, you seen what I wrote on there?
I ain't see. I'm gonna have to go back to that. But
Yeah.
that was a prime example about somebody who don't have, half the talent or whatever the case may be, and they'll just sit up
And
and
and that,
criticize,
that's
and
perfect.
it's not even constructive.
Yeah, that circles back to the point though. It's jealousy. Like that circles back to our point. And it's like a man is gonna feel that way with a woman because instead of when a man really should be like, man, all the shit y'all deal with, like I salute that, like since you like all the shit y'all deal with as women, we deal with shit as black people, period. Then women deal with shit as women. So then you slap them together, women got a double issue. They got double oppression to deal with. Men only got one form of oppression to deal with. Women got two forms. They got to deal with the oppression of being a woman and the oppression of being black. So that's why when a nigga hating like that is a sign like he's a bitch ass nigga.
Oh, and
For
you know what?
lack of better words, it's like, and we got that disease bad in the community. It's a disease. Like it's a disease full of niggas hating when they should be congratulating, man. You know,
Yeah,
I know that sounds cliche, but that's real though.
that's real.
It's like man, and just ask how you do this. Hey, can I get on with you? Let me fit in with you. You know what I'm saying? But and I know like, the rebuttal would be where women make men, that don't got this much feel less of a man. But nobody can make you feel less of a man if you stand on your square. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if I was already if I already consider myself smart and confident and intelligent and and and, and attractive, a woman that's smart, intelligent, and attractive would intimidate me. She would attract me because I'm like, damn, she the female version of me. That's why. That's
Mm-hmm.
why a reason. Like, I don't know if you seen that post. I said the reason I like talking to Deidre is she like the female version of me. It's like you understand me. So instead of me feeling like I'm in competition with you, who can be the baddest fucking Sagittarius on Facebook? Yeah, we vibe. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And it's chemistry there, and
Yeah.
that's how ideally like it's supposed to be. Like instead of,
Mm-hmm.
and I see this shit in the comments where the woman trying to be funny and the man trying to out funny her, and get her attention. The more she ignores him, the madder he get. So
Yeah.
it just a lot of niggas get some hoe in them, and I don't mean no
Yeah.
hoe. I don't mean no hoe like promiscuous. I mean a hoe
Yeah.
like they sweet, man. Like because it's like some niggas wake up and think, man, how am I hate on how am I hate on these women today? What I'm how am I,
Yep.
but they don't get no criticism for other men.
Yeah.
You know,
None whatsoever.
I don't hear
And
people
it's
talking
about
about
having
little
like
curly
that
hair.
mutual
I don't hear
respect.
people talking about Kodak black hair.
Yeah.
I
You
don't hear none of that.
Yeah, they don't have that same energy. And it was interesting that you brought up the fact that it's a double whammy with being a black woman. It was interesting that you brought it up because I've had a conversation before, and I was talking about how I feel that a lot of times black men, when we talk about our issues and what we experience for as black women, black men automatically feel attacked instead of just listening to us, and they feel as though, because we acknowledge, we know that black men are a target. Everybody knows that a black man is a target. If we have a son, we already know, like, if he walk out this door, he a target. Everybody with a brain and want to take acknowledgement for what it is that's going on. Everybody know the black man is a target, right? Nobody try to argue against it. Nobody is going to tell a black man, no, you're not a target. You're not experiencing this. You don't have the weight on the world on your shoulder. You don't have to, put on a strong face when you're really dying on the inside. Like nobody is going to tell a man that he doesn't experience it, because we see it. And even if we live in some far out place where we don't see it, then there is social media, TV, and things like that. And even if we don't, if we still can't connect with it, what's the problem at just listening to it and having some compassion for this man's just saying this is his experience as a black man? I don't have to understand your experience as a black man. I would never understand how it feels like to get up every morning and walk out my door as a black man. The same way a black man is not going to know how it feels to walk in a store and somebody asks you for your phone number and you scared to say no. That you don't experience that. You don't know what that fear is like for it to be a woman and you walking around in a park at night and you want to get your jog on and you scared that you're going to get attacked and probably somebody do something to you and rape you or whatever the case may be. You don't have that same fear, so if a woman is telling you like, this is what I experience and this is what I feel on a day-to-day basis, instead of men listening to it, a lot of times they try to tell us that that's not our experience. Like, you don't feel that, like it ain't no, I don't see that. My friends ain't like this. I don't see that going on. You don't have to see it.
Right. And you see how like white people do that to black folks.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then young people, old people do that to young people. Well, when I was 21, I wasn't depressed. When I was a kid, I didn't feel that way. So they try to, so basically like, and I call it, I don't know what you would call it, but usually it's
they're like internalizing other people's issues.
Yeah, it's the dominant group and the sub-dominant group, for lack of a better word. And it's always some just like you got rich people telling poor people they need to work hard and they can get rich.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna stop you right there because I'll be missing my thoughts. I'm gonna tell you the reason why they want to not acknowledge it. Because if they acknowledge it, they got to know it exists and they got to fix it. And once they fix it, they're not going to be dominant. They're not going to, that false sense of dominance leaves. That false sense of superiority leaves. So if you fix the issue, now you can't walk around and feeling like, you're better than, or you're more superior than the next person. Because that's the thing. It's like it's nowhere in the world that all these things going on where you feel like a woman, all of these women, somebody ain't lying. It's everybody talking in general about the things that they experience. These women are not lying. And what is it to you? Why does it hurt you to just hear this person out? Do you feel like if someone went to counseling, the counselor did not experience every single thing that person is talking about? But the counselor is trained to be able to deal and listen and help this person sort through it, whether you don't have to personally experience. And that's the thing with empathy. We live in this world where people want to sympathize, and sympathize meaning like you have to have experienced it and you got to have a feeling towards it as well. You don't need to have a feeling towards it or have experienced and be able to tell your story too. The only thing you need to do is be able to empathize and just understand that this is this person's plight. And instead of going at somebody's throat about what they haven't experienced and this ain't your walk of life, how about just listen and say, hey, look, what can we do to fix this?
Yeah, you got the rebuttal. You got a lot of niggas in the rebuttal warriors. Like they'll say, a black woman will say, man, I went to the club and this happened. Then you got some house nigga on there talking about, well, that's not that bad because the police pulled me over yesterday. You don't know what it's like to be a black man. Instead of like, well,
just completely disregarding her experience.
We're not talking about you right now, nigga. Go make your own status and talk about that. If you happen on this woman's status, this is what we talk about. That's what people get bad. If you want to talk about that, We talking about this specific issue. If you ain't go through that, if you as a man came by, you know what? I had to worry about that same thing yesterday, Quinn. If you can't say the same thing, if you got a whole this post about a specific issue, this post about a nigga saying "fuck you, damn bitch" at the gas station. If a nigga ain't say that to you, you need to go make a different post. Cause this is what we talking about on this post. You either you empathize and you tell us sorry that happened, or you give us some game. Next time that happened, Queen, do this. Next time, hey, how about you call me? Act like you on the phone. Dude. If you're not giving no game or giving no empathy, you get your bitch ass up out of there. Because you're not doing nothing but causing more fiction than the bitch and you punk bitch.
And now what it is making an issue where you can't even really get to the root of the issue, because now, and a lot of times what we find ourselves doing as women is because of all of that, where you don't have a chance to kind of vent those frustrations and tell somebody what it is that's going on. And it's not necessarily to get them to step in or anything like that, but it's like at that point, we'll end up holding back on certain things in order to protect, or in order to just be like, you know what, don't even worry about it, just and go on about our business, because it's so often that it don't matter. I'm gonna tell you something about a Black woman, and people say we nag, people say we always got something to say, and we always talking, and we always screaming at the top of our lungs, doing our head like this and our fingers like this. And when we get done, we still ain't being heard. They say we talking. They say we nagging. They say we got bad attitudes. But we ain't being heard, though. But we making all this noise, so to speak, but we're not being heard.
And exactly. And it's like niggas, men need to learn how to get out their feelings about a woman being in her feelings.
Man, you know what?
But
you just spoke a word right there. That was a sermon.
Because it's like, you know, like I realize that when I hear like a woman complaining about all she going through, I just take a load off her and she changed her tune. It's just like, instead of me trying to argue with her, I just do something to like lessen that load.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's like I seen a woman and her son moving some furniture. And she, you know, I can tell she's stressed out. And she might have been yelling at the son, you know, out of frustration, instead of me saying, man, you just need to move that and stop complaining. It's your stuff. I was like, I tapped Sean like, hey, I'm finna pull over and help her real quick. He said, all right, let's help. Man, she put a smile on her face. Her son was happy too.
Yeah.
I could have argued with her first. Why are you yelling at your son? Why are you mad at him? Oh no, she could have had a dude that was the boy daddy and said, I'm gonna help you move it, and he didn't fall through, he didn't come through. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
I don't know what she went through. I just seen a woman moving her stuff with her and her son by herself. So
and let me get to some of these. Go ahead, honey. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she wasn't, you know, she wasn't in the best mood doing it, but after we helped and listened, she was thankful. And
that's because that's a lot of what we want, like that. Yeah. It'd be like a mass. But Will Smith said, I know someone like that, hate on females, but don't say shit to a man or about a man. That's what you was talking about when you was talking about how men would criticize women, but when it comes to criticizing men, like you want to criticize Sha'Carri about her hair, but here go Kodak Black looking like a real monster by the head. But that's neither here nor there. And James Young said, I think if we can be quiet for a second, women won't have to be. I think if we can be quiet for a second, women won't have to be so loud. He spoke a word. That is so true. That is so true.
It's crazy. I keep saying it, but men and women is like white people versus black people, because it's like
it's true.
white people is mad at us now because the way we talk and act, but it's like y'all weren't listening when we was acting nicely. And Pop kind of had
Yeah,
a video about this. It's like he said first we say, "Can we please come in?" Y'all didn't hear that. He said, "All right, we knocking a little harder. Come on, let us in." Then he said, "All right, y'all ain't hear us. We kicking this motherfucking door down."
right.
So basically, women is like, okay, um, y'all not giving us this. Okay, then we finna take the shit, and then we finna be radical. We finna be lit. We finna be live. We finna be turned up, and y'all
We're
not
left
finna
with no
like it.
other choice.
We finna give y'all what y'all been giving us, and y'all hate it. Men hate the music. Women hate that song, that shit. They hate the song. Throw baby with the girl on it. They hate city girls. I'm like, why y'all mad at that one? They just responding back to what the niggas been saying to them. This is their
Mm-hmm.
voice. That's why people is upset. Rap has always been about hip hop. Period. We can have all these, um, hip hop purists tell us hip hop then went to shit, but it's always been about having a voice. And now
Yeah.
women have a bigger voice in hip hop than they ever did, and niggas can't stand it.
Yeah,
It's like
because now they can't
yeah,
control women and they can't use it because the thing is, like Luke them, they had the women doing the same thing in the videos for male consumption and male profit, and they was doing that. And now since women are taking ownership and doing their own thing, it's a issue. But he said we are hungry. Please let us
now
in.
he talking about the Tupac thing. That's what
Oh
Tupac was
yeah.
saying. Yeah, but go
Yeah,
ahead.
and then it's another thing too where to go back to what you're saying about, us being loud is for years we've been in a position where we've had to um pretty much rely on men. We're not in those positions where we have to rely on men financially or anything like that. And what has happened, we still haven't progressed to the point where men probably feel like we don't need them because men only look at money. Men only focus on the money part of it. We be needing men for so much more than just the money. Like if you find out, if you see these women, I'm gonna give a prime example, Nicki Minaj, right? Nicki Minaj don't have no business being married to this man that she's married. Not to take anything away from, her marriage or anything, but think about it. Nicki
You mean on a
Minaj
financial level? Yeah,
is the queen of rap. She's the queen of rap right now. She got plenty of money.
the queen of rap.
She
Period.
don't need a man for any money, right? She don't need him for money, but she needed a man for comfort. See, people don't understand the comfort of a man. Money can't buy the comfort of a man.
No,
You know
money
what I'm
can't.
saying?
Of
She
course,
got all this money, but she
money
did not
can't.
have the comfort, and she bossed up. She's
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj, but she didn't have the comfort of the man. And the man that gave her that comfort was the man that we feel like she shouldn't even be married to, considering the money that she got, right? But what happens on the flip side of that is men think, oh, because she got money, and the only thing that they feel like they are, the value that they see in themselves is based on money, i.e., this high value man bullshit that's going on where they think they are high value and they are quality because they make 100K or whatever the case may be, the Kevin Samuels bullshit, whatever. And there are things that I agree with him, but all at the same time, it's just that all of a sudden you make 100K and you feel like I'm so high value. And what happens is the reason why women have gotten to a point where they quote unquote don't need a man in the eyes of some of these men is because we realize that it's more, yeah, we want you to be able to provide and all this all kind of stuff, but we need more than your money in order for us to thrive as women. What actually happens is when you get these men who are successful and things like that, they use that as a way of misusing and abusing the woman. They don't work within their true essence. So now women gotta power up and get the money the same way where they would have maybe not went out there and hustled and bustled like a man and be able to rely and depend on their man or whatever the case may be and find some comfort in it. Now, when a man make the money, he don't use that and be like, oh, okay, I'm going to treat my woman right. I'm gonna build me a legacy around here. They take that as I'm gonna do what the hell I want to do, and now since I got 100K, I need to have 3, 4 wives too. On top of that, so it's still a catch-22 at the end of the day. So yeah, if we knowing that you're going to treat us bad, regardless of what it is that we do, then why not go for the gusto? Why
Right.
not do what we can to put ourselves on a level to where, not to say that I don't need you, but if I don't have you, I survive. That's basically what it is. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that I don't need you, but in the event that I don't have you, I still need to be able to survive. And I'm not going to let what you have put me in a position where I allow you to treat me any kind of way. And
Yeah.
that's just
It's
what's
like
going on out here.
you took the power. It's just like how black folks took the N word from white people and told them they couldn't say it. You know,
Yeah.
and there's consequences. So women did the same thing, and this is basically, it's crazy that when it's almost like men hate the monster, and I use monster in quotes because it's not really a monster, but men made the monster that they hate.
Yeah. They hate the monster that they created.
Yeah, that they created. You say bitch this she a hoe, she's like, okay, I'm a hoe, I'm a thought, I'm shaking my ass on my thought shit, I'm doing this thought shit. Man, these bitches ain't got no respect. Man, you told them that's what they is. They flipped it and owned it. What's happening, man? And now you held them hostage with your money. Now they like, I got my own money. I don't need your shit. So when you mistreating me, nigga, I'm finna go. Now
Yeah.
you can't hold me hostage. You know, like you got a situation where, and I know you probably don't met women like this. It's sad that this shit exists. I met women like this where she wanted to lead a dude. Cause I remember this one girl was reaching out to me, you know, in the group, and I said, and she said, my husband doing this. I said, why don't you just get up out of there? She said, I ain't got no money to leave. He got all the money. He make all the money.
Yeah.
She said, I don't got no money in my name. I got $5 to my fucking name.
And it's like
I said,
just for
oh.
you to do, and that's the reason why a lot of women do what they do, because I'm gonna tell you a little bit of my business. The last situation that I was in, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was living with this man. I was in a tough situation when I ended up starting to live with him, but this was my first time ever living with somebody that I wasn't at least engaged to or married to, right? I'm living with this man, and he, I wouldn't say he was taking care of me, but he was my rock. I put it that way. I was in a situation where I needed a man to, kind of like help me coast this thing or whatever. And I still made my own money. I still helped with bills, even though it was minor things or whatever. He flipped out on me one night, scared the shit out of me. I was so scared because, okay, he flipped out on me on some schizophrenic type shit. Like, I was just like, it was real scary. Um, he had guns in the house, but I didn't know where the guns were at. He was that old school type of man. Like, I didn't know what he had, safes and everything. I didn't have access to all that. I don't know where the guns at. When we travel, he'll bring the gun and stuff like that. I knew he had it on him, but I never seen it. He wasn't on no young nigga shit with guns laying around or whatever. So now, mind you, this man flips out. I have to go to sleep with him tonight. It's guns in the house. Now I gotta like calm down. I can't react to him flipping out because I don't want to get hurt. He ain't hit me or nothing like that, but his behavior was so radical to where I was shaking in my boots. You hear me? I was scared to go to sleep. The next day, I didn't say nothing. Matter of fact, it was Thanksgiving. It was Thanksgiving Day. I came home from work. We were supposed to go to his mama's house. He went to his mama house. I had to move all of my stuff from my previous apartment to his house because he had an extra bedroom. My living room furniture, I had gave it to my uncle. My bedroom furniture, I had put it in his extra room. My washer and dryer, I had it in his garage. Like all of my stuff, all of my material stuff was in his house, right? Pots, pans, dishes, everything was in his house because I needed to move with him because of my situation. It made it easier for him to help me financially, right? When that man flipped out, I left the very next day. I ain't have no place to go to, but I had money. I went and stayed at me a hotel. I was living out of my car, as far as my clothes and stuff, because I wasn't gonna pay. I got as much as my stuff that I could get out of his house while he was at his mama house waiting for me to come there after work for Thanksgiving dinner or whatever. When I got off work, all my shit I could put in the car. I put that stuff in the car and I was gone so he couldn't see me because I was like, this motherfucker crazy, right? But say if I was a woman that solely depend on him, didn't have my own money, I would have just had to live in fear until I figured this shit out. You get what I'm saying? I could not have just popped up and left like that. And that's the thing, and because we be so scared that it's gonna be a day where he gonna flip on us, it's like we you gonna stack up or you gonna do something. You gotta have something for yourself. And because we've been mistreated for so long, when we done depended on these men and everything and been mistreated for so long, like I'm not about to live in fear. I can't do it. So it's like regardless, I don't care if my man is a multi-millionaire. Unless he's like got me something separate set up myself, I'm making my own money somehow, some way. It could be passive income, but I gotta make my own money, not because I don't trust him, not because I'm planning to leave, but in the event I have to leave, I don't want to have to tell that same story that woman told you.
Yeah, and it's kind of like it's kind of like to lighten things up. It's like how I tell dudes, learn to flip you a fucking hamburger. You know what I'm saying? Because if that woman leave you, you don't know how to make shit. You gonna fucking die.
Yeah, a man needs to know those things too. He needs to know how to survive with a woman and vice versa. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know. Man. I knew cats that they had TV dinners every day was sick when that girl left them. They couldn't cook shit.
Because he couldn't do nothing on his own. Men and women both need to know how to be able to take care of themselves. In the event, they need to know how to take care of themselves. In the event that person is not there, it's like that's what I said. It don't mean that I don't need you. It don't mean that I don't want you, but I need to be able to survive in your absence. James Young said that's red flag number one, not telling your partner what the thing is. And you know what, James? I'm gonna tell you something about it. At that time, I guess because the way that I grew up, I grew up real old school, real traditional or whatever. It never came, just the fact that I lived with him, I was doing too much based on my upbringing. So I didn't even know how that even worked with this quote unquote shacking and kind of thing or whatever that I had ended up doing at that particular point. I know now. So I was used to, like, I grew up around women that didn't drive, they didn't work, none of that. You know what I'm saying? They knew what daddy's shoes was at and what a remote control was at, but like as far as like his money and weapons and all that kind of stuff, they didn't know that. So I didn't even think anything of it. The fact that I didn't know where the gun was at, it was just the fact that when he flipped out, I realized like I don't know where the gun is. This man might pop trunk on me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So
no, yeah.
I
You
was
need
just
to
like, I
know.
got to get the hell up out of here.
James ain't lying. You need to know because it's like, what if he get busted in the motherfucking head?
I
You
need to
need
know
to know
where it's
where
at.
so you can back door.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like if your wife should know just in case a nigga sneak you, he breaking the crib, knock your ass clean out. She
Yeah,
is
and
sitting duck.
that goes into empowering your woman. Like I feel like now, since I look back, hindsight 2020. Now, since I look back, it's one of those things that he should have been like, babe, not only I'm gonna show you where it's at, I'm gonna show you how to use it, and matter of fact, I'm gonna get you one so you can talk with you in case somebody run up on you. You know what I'm saying? That's empowering your woman. And that done, and in that case, I didn't even think too far into it, but I got the hell on when and when he flipped out on me. That was it for me. He had I wasn't laying in that bed not another night. But every woman isn't able to do that. Every woman isn't able to do that. And like the lady told you, she wasn't able to do that. So,
Yeah, she said she ain't had no family or no money, nowhere to go.
and they will isolate you. They will isolate you and take you away from people that you love, or create hostile environments where they don't even want to be around and things like that in order for them to start abusing you. That's the first time. Now I do know that. But in his particular case now, in my particular case, I will say that he had a real life mental issue, that he had an episode that night, but he had never ever shown any red flags or anything. And so when he had that episode, time went by and we ended up talking about it. He actually said that, yeah, he has battled with that. He just had got to an age where he been able to cope. You know how a lot of people have issues and they take themselves off their meds? That's
Yeah.
basically what he did. So it wasn't like a thing where I was mistreated, or it wasn't nothing going on in their relationship that would make me doubt that man or feel I never would have left that man if it wasn't for that one night and he flipped out. Because he started saying he was seeing stuff that wasn't there. Like, we in the house and you telling me you see somebody looking from over here and over there, like you on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why.
Oh, sorry. Nah, God bless him though. God, yeah,
Hey,
God bless
bitch,
him though.
I
Yeah.
said a bitch ain't never finna pull no motherfucking my mind playing tricks on me. Bitch, that was a song and it was dope, but we not living this out in real life. I'm getting
Yeah.
the hell on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
His mind went to playing tricks on the man, talking about he see something that ain't there, and this, then I see somebody looking over here, and he got me outside trying to figure out. Nah, I tell you what, I'm finna
Yeah.
get away from your crazy
Yeah.
ass. Cause
Same,
I don't know
same,
what you've been drinking, what you've been doing.
same thing goes for men too. Even though a man really shouldn't be staying with no woman anyway, but you got a situation where the man is staying with the woman talking about I'm gonna kill myself and do all it. Just you shouldn't have to deal with nobody saying this shit, and so like,
Yeah.
but it's like the dude can't leave because he might get evictions in his name. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you stuck.
Yeah, it's how, and I seen that a lot where
Fel-
the
Felonies,
dude,
might got
yeah,
felonies, can't get a place.
yeah,
Felonies.
but he was some crazy broad, and he can't. He got to stay. He got to deal with the I'm gonna
Uh
kill myself if I see you doing this or if you do that.
I'm
you
like,
know,
he said it was some Africans looking up like we in the middle of Memphis, and he's sitting up here talking about it's some Africans looking over here. Where? I don't see no,
man,
I don't see Matumbo nowhere. So
my,
guess
my,
what? I'm gonna go ahead and leave your goof ass.
my homeboy girl started turning the wheel while this fool driving. I said, man, leave her the hell alone.
Yeah, she don't care if she died. She on some kamikaze. She finna
Yeah,
kill us
she
all.
she she turned the wheel while he driving. She grabbing the. I said, "Oh Lord,
She don't care none
downtown."
about life. She don't live
Yeah,
life.
they uptown now on like a weekend. Come on, it's busy now.
He said, Yamu said, we both strapped over here. Yeah, exactly. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure
Oh,
y'all
man,
share. James Young said, isolation is the first sign. Then he said, I was just talking in the group about the importance of mental health before a relationship. I'm definitely exploring it at this point. I didn't know the importance until I had to deal with that situation. I'm glad I'm still here to tell the story because all that man said that he's seen and because at first I honestly thought he was playing. So I was like, I'm thinking he playing because we both had a sense of humor. So I'm thinking he playing. I was like, baby, you crazy. And he was like, you this, and he was just still getting aggressive. So I'm thinking like, oh, this some old little foreplay type. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm gonna get my little box date or something. I'm thinking like this some
Oh no.
foreplay. You know what I'm saying? I'm really, like, oh, okay. And it wasn't until in the midst of all of it, my mama had called me. And then he was cussing and doing all of this in the background. I was like, you serious? You dead ass. Okay.
Yeah.
Bet.
Yeah.
I was like, that's it. I was so scared to go to sleep. But I went out, but
Right.
it was crazy because once we laid down in the bed, he act like it didn't happen. He was like, "Oh, baby, I'm so sorry." Went to kissing on me and all this all kind of stuff, and I love you. Then the next day when I woke up, because it was my birthday, it was Thanksgiving and my birthday the same day. I woke up, it was my birthday. He was like, "I want to get you one of these coats for your birthday, and you want this." And he was trying to get. He act like the shit didn't happen. I was like, "Oh yeah, this motherfucker." Real crazy, but I'm like, oh no. I said, I'm finna get the hell on up out of here. You ain't gotta worry about me. This person said, hold on. He said, my brother has those type of issues. You won't never know until he's off his med and having an episode. Exactly, Yamo. Who the fuck named himself Yamo? Some whatever.
You know, bro. It's in a hip hop group.
Yeah, I know, Yamo. I'm trying to, I want to say it right. Yamo Slosky. Yeah. But the thing is, what people don't understand is this is some real shit. It ain't no red flags with dealing with them. Unless you already know their prior history, you don't get a red flag, somebody just coming in. You don't get a red flag. You don't know it's a problem until it's a problem.
Right.
You don't get a red flag when people have the mental issues.
Yeah, because I'm dealing with a lesbian couple. I know both of them, so they got me in the middle of it. And one girl got bipolar disease, and she on the phone. They not gonna believe you, and if you do this to me, they know I got a disease, and you gonna get in trouble. And I'm gonna kill you. I will kill you. Don't be at your house tonight. I told her, yeah, call the
Yeah.
police. I told her, call the police, man.
Yeah, call the police. You got to do that. But
Yeah.
you know what?
They don't want to top me what James said. I got before I get because of them. Yeah, we got to evaluate that mental. Because I said, man, I don't want to be in the girl position on the receiving end. Oh no, I don't want to be in that. This girl talking crazy to that other girl.
It's a Conde and you better not jostle. Hey, Conde, thanks for showing up on this live feed. Oh, you in Facebook jail. That's the reason why you got that name. I hope you like it and share it. I don't see share for your name, but I'm also not looking at it from Facebook either. But thank you for being here. But I'm not gonna keep you too much longer. Damn ShaSha. I like that name. At first I was like, what Sharif done pulled talking about some damn ShaSha. But I
All right,
like it. You know what? With
so
you
then,
doing your beats and stuff, it'd be good to have that little, the little what they call the tag.
yeah,
You can have somebody say, damn ShaSha.
yeah,
I said,
you need to do it. Let's get it.
I'll give you a quote.
All right, and check this out. Let me explain it. So the name ShaSha come from our grandma. We all got nicknames, that the black people been doing that double shit. So if your name, like they would call you probably Didi,
Mm-hmm.
if your name Michael, they gonna call you Mike. You know what I'm saying? If your name is Shamika, they gonna call you Meek. So my grandma called me ShaSha, and damn come from the expression that like damn is a reaction where anything that's going on is extreme, whether it's like happy, mad, whatever. It's like damn. So you turned up. So like that's where it came from, and I slapped them together. It just got a ring to it. So
Yeah, that's dope.
shout out to
So
grandma.
and that helps a lot with you doing beats and everything. And are you currently you're making beats and you're selling beats, right?
Come on, man. And look, at the rate I'm going, look, I'm finna quit my job. You know what I'm talking about?
So if there are any artists out there that are looking to buy beats, is it just hip hop beats, or is it? Because I've seen you, I've heard you experiment with some R&B stuff too. So
Yeah,
it's the hip
I
hop
mainly
and
do hip
R&B,
hop.
right?
I do custom too. So like if it's anything like you want me to make that you don't hear, I try my hand at it. So like yeah, everything damn ShaSha IG, damn ShaSha, just like it is on the screen. Don't put the producer part. That's just what I that's just my label. So damn ShaSha on IG, damn ShaSha on TikTok, damn ShaSha on YouTube. So
Dope, dope.
I'm
So if
gonna get the Black
anybody,
Planet in my space popping too. Hey, you talking
oh, we
about?
gonna get we could get MySpace back popping, if not Black Planet. I know we could do a little something on my no. I wish MySpace and Black Planet was still here. But y'all definitely make sure y'all check out Damn ShaSha on Facebook as well as IG, and definitely hit him up if you're an artist and you're interested in purchasing a beat. Also, he is wearing a shirt from a black owned business that y'all probably be interested in purchasing. Hold it up a little bit. It's kind of blurry. What it
Aboriginality.
says on the front?
It's an aboriginality. So you know, like the Aboriginal people,
Oh,
how
the
black folks say.
Aboriginals.
Yeah. So it's like originality, but aboriginality. So go get you one of them, man. It's lit, man. It's a brother from the East Coast, man. He be slanging them at the farmers market, man. Real cool cat, man. Laid back cat. You know, black family. He got a black family. You know, so everything black. He keeping it circling around.
Okay. And y'all already know I sell shirts now. Now the shirts that I sell are black with white letters, but these are shirts that I had made personally for myself. I need to put another promo picture up here. But the shirts that I sell are black with white letters. It's the You Can't Whoop Me and the Dry Bitch Could Never. They $25 a piece. You can hit me up. The shipping is included in that $25, so there's no extra for the shipping. If you would like one of these shirts, you can hit me up. If you have been looking at the ticker, the little banner that's on the bottom of the page, it's showing you, the different sizes and the ways to contact me. But here's a little image of the ones that I had made just for promo purposes, where I'm gonna put another picture, but it's the same shirt, but they're black. You can't whoop me. You can't whoop me. So if you want one of those shirts, hit me up. Hit up Sharif if you want one of those beats. I really appreciate y'all for tuning in, leaving comments, and keeping everything rolling over here. I know I had took a hiatus for about a month or whatever, but I'm back, and I'm gonna keep that hot, new, fresh content rolling out. Um, ShaSha, I definitely appreciate you for being here with me tonight. It's always dope to just be able to have a conversation with you and hear your perspective on things. Every time I talk to you, I get some different type of insight, a new and better understanding of things. So I definitely appreciate having you here tonight, being on time, being the personality that I love to see. It's amazing. You're dope as fuck. So
Hey,
thank you so
likewise.
much. Thank you so much for being here tonight. But anyway, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for tuning in. We're about to tune out. Y'all have a good one.
All right, love, peace. Thank
Peace.
y'all. Peace, everybody.